Previously in the Brotherverse.
This is the Prince of Omnia.
He's temporally unstable. We had to cast a stasis spell on him. Grim, wasn't your dad like a horologist? My boy!
We've got a bit of a time problem on our hands.
Put this ointment on his chest 3 times a day for 2 days.
Percy, I am the talisman of time. The whole room is engulfed in this white mist. You must leave now, Talus. Go to the plane of air with your talisman and wait for me. And the material plane is surrounded by other planes of existence. There is a city called Toth. You might be able to pick apart the library for some information on this.
Oh, great, a library.
All right, you guys remember what you did last time?
May clock.
Make cuckoo clock.
Yeah.
We cuckooed ourselves.
You did cuckoo yourselves.
We literally did cuckoo ourselves.
Yeah, we did.
Wait.
Yeah, that's not a euphemism.
We all cooed ourselves and
It's a
cooed each other.
euphemism.
Yeah.
A euphemism. No, euphemism. What's that? Oh, Misa Stablos. Sometimes I do references and I don't even know what I'm doing.
Oh, I thought you were doing Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Sound like Jar Jar.
Oh, I guess it's...
Misa Stablos.
Somewhere between
Stavlos.
somewhere between Mexican Brendan Fraser and Jar Jar Binks
Jar Jar Binks.
lies Ryan's impression.
At the cross section.
Yeah.
My brain works in weird ways.
Yeah. It's okay.
Misa Stablos.
Misa Stavlos.
Well, yeah, you guys basically spent
Wonderful.
the whole episode cuckooing yourselves, but your efforts were productive because you got an ointment from Grim's dad to spread on the chest of the prince to stabilize him temporally.
Yay.
Anoint him with an ointment.
It's Vapo Rub.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys had dinner with the Four Hammers, and after that, I'm gonna say that a couple days have passed, and the Valkyrie has reached Doomdumdorf. It's hiding a little bit north from there, but you guys were able to make your way from the Four Hammers to the Valkyrie when it touched down. You received communication from them that they had actually gotten there. And so you went with Grim with the ointment and you got there. And over the last 2 days, you've been very religiously applying ointment to the prince in his...
Who's been doing it?
I don't know. Did one of you guys want to do it?
I guess if I use my robot arm, I can't feel it.
I feel like who was the one who forgot about him in the
Touch
hole?
of cool metal on his chest.
That was Orc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely forgot.
this is my punishment.
Yeah, you gotta spread the ointment.
Yeah, I'm using robot arm for sure.
Yeah.
Clock arm. I don't know what to call it.
Clockwork arm.
I'll come up with a name for my arm.
Yeah, we can work on that over this episode.
Clarm.
We'll workshop it.
Workshop it? Orkshop it?
Workshop it.
Workshop. Your gear arm. Your gearm.
Yarm.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would like to say to the prince while he's like unconscious and you're putting on this ointment? Any apologies or anything else?
Or sweet
apologies.
nothings.
What?
He's in stasis. Can you even hear him?
No, it's more just to make yourself feel better, I guess.
Boy, I don't know. Hey, buddy. Sorry. Hope this helps your tempora situation. Bye.
And as you say that, you see his stasis field dissipate, and it's the end of day 2.
Oh. Wow.
And
Is it the words or the gel?
he falls to the ground. You'll never know, honestly. And so
I thought we were going to have at least a whole episode of Orc rubbing ointment.
on his chest.
That was my original intention for this episode. I think this would be a good solid 2-episode content of ointment.
I
one
I
of
made it
rubbing.
too short. I blew
Yeah.
it.
I have nothing else prepared.
Ba, 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 ba. Roll to rub.
Yeah.
Oh, you rub good.
Oh yeah, I should have made you roll a dexterity check. I need to put my dice in front of me here.
Oh, yeah.
We got to do a lot more dice rolling this time. We've been in a dice drought, I feel like.
We have.
Diceless.
Yeah, so you're in Percy's workshop right now, and Perry just fell out of stasis, and he is on the ground, and he looks up at you, and he says, "Am I okay?
You feel okay?
Like, I feel more present, like I've
Yeah.
been meditating for days."
That's about right. Yeah, you've been, I'd say you've been in a coma, but more or less the same.
Wonderful. Well, I feel like when I first got here 20 years in the future, I was really kind of freaking out.
Oh, you remember that part?
I do, definitely. It was a little like in and out. I was kind of browning out in time, one might say.
Gross.
Yeah.
Not
could say
quite
that.
blacking out.
You sound cool with it now. You good?
I think I'm coming to terms with things, yes. I see that there's no going back unless there's some other sort of magical thing to deal with time that I don't know about, but
Nope.
Might
This
as
is your
well.
adventure.
Nah, you're here now.
you know what? I never really liked the castle of my dad anyway, and so to a certain extent, I have to be grateful for you for really pulling me outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, where's dinner? I am famished.
I think this is a cafeteria.
There's a mess hall, yeah.
Mess hall, that's what it's called.
Wonderful. I would love some of this mess.
All right, yeah. This way.
All right, and you step into the elevator in Percy's office, and you guys are all smashed in there, and the elevator starts rising up, and you hear a ding, and the door opens up, and Percy says, "This is a very nice place you got here. It's very, wooden. A lot of wood here."
Yeah, it's a ship, technically. The one that flies.
Really? So we're not in like a shitty log cabin or anything like that?
Careful,
like a-
how loud you say that.
It's like a shitty log cabin in the sky.
With wings.
Wow. A flying cabin.
Yeah, it's like a little vacation you're on right now.
Yeah, look at this. So are you guys in charge here? You own this little bird?
No, we're not in charge, but I guess let me ask you, like, what sort of how are you feeling about your dad right now?
That guy. We have not been seeing eye to eye lately. He's really seemed to change a lot over the last couple years. Getting real mean.
Well, let me tell you, I think the following 20 years, that just progressed more. So we are kind of in the same boat, literally and figuratively, of not liking your father too much right now.
Interesting. I guess you'll have to fill me in on exactly what he's done in the last 20 years. He was like back before you transported me, he was into these really weird little crystal things. He was like finding them, and he was starting to get really obsessed with them. Didn't really understand the stuff.
Yep, we're familiar. Oddly enough, we are also a little shaky on the last 20 years, but maybe we have some other people who could fill you in on the earlier parts of this.
Yeah, we should probably tell him he's awake, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Does anyone know it? Was Percy
Hey.
down there?
You guys listening? Hello?
Is this thing on?
Is that Orc?
Yeah, hey. Vera?
This is Sage.
Oh, Sage, of course. Could you hear all that? Were you listening?
No, I didn't know until you were directly talking with me.
Until I said hey?
the
Our
keyword.
communication system is very intelligent. It could tell that you were talking to it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Alexa.
It's all about intention.
Yeah. Hey, Sage.
His age.
The guy's awake. Prince is awake.
Really? Bring him up to the command deck immediately.
Well, he was gonna get some food. He's kind of hungry.
Yeah, I was gonna get some food.
All right, we'll have dinner delivered to the command deck for you.
Ooh, perfect.
Ooh,
That's
good
my
service.
style.
no mess hall for you, Perry.
All right, to the command deck.
Hey,
I don't know where to go.
Yeah, you don't get to order us around now.
I don't? Sorry, old habits die hard.
This way.
Yeah, you're like
the command
number
deck.
4 here.
I kind of forgot that you guys are kindred spirits. You all lost the last 20 years and are now
my
in the future.
God.
I didn't think about that either.
Look at me, the fourth hero. Same timeline.
Yeah, now I'm starting to wonder what happened to us 20 years ago. Like,
Did you get
We're-
put in someone's
Yeah, were
portable
we in a
hole?
were we in our own hole?
I really thought we were gonna find ourselves.
More soul searching. is needed.
Spiritually? Yeah.
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 All right, so you guys take Perry and make your way to the command deck, and when you get there, Percy and Sage are currently there at a table, and they're talking and looking over a map, and they like put their heads up when you enter the room and beckon you over to the table. And Percy immediately goes over to Perry and he starts just looking him over, and he puts his hands up and his hands are glowing a little bit, and he's detecting his aura. And he says, "Wow, that really worked. I can't believe it. Man, Grimm's dad really did a good job with that ointment there. It's like glad to see that you're safe and temporally stable there, Perry. Hopefully you maybe can help us out and talk with us a little bit now that you're back." And Perry just kind of looks at everyone and is like, "Yeah, I'm an open book. I mean, I can tell you whatever you want. I have no allegiance to my father or anyone else. I'm just kind of happy to be here."
Cool.
Dope.
I guess we should try to get some intel. So you said he's collecting talismans, basically, those gems you mentioned.
Yeah, talismans. That's the stuff.
How many did he have 20 years ago?
So right before I was stolen, it was 2 talismans, if I remember correctly.
Doesn't he still have 2?
So in the current timeline, this is DM voice, he has 3.
Okay. Wow, he sucked over the last 20 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know how long it took him to get those first two.
Yeah, the first 2 were gotten like right before you guys transported Perry back to the future, so around 20 years ago. But like a year and a half ago, or shortly before you guys found your first one, the Guardians found a third.
How many do we have now, though?
You guys have 3 as well.
So we got 3 in, well, I don't know how long we've been playing, but...
Like 5 days. I don't
5
know.
Yeah, pretty much. He did a real 1-2 buckle my shoe, and the buckle my shoe was 20 years.
Yeah.
It was,
But yeah, the Guardians had like a 19-year gap between 2 talisman, for sure.
So where does he keep them, Perry?
That I'm unsure about. If I remember correctly, I thought they were keeping them in the dungeon below the castle for a little while.
Oh, we were just there.
God. Thomas!
I forgot my keys. I gotta turn the car around. Like, yeah, but I know that they were looking into a third one for a while, but they were really stumped on where to go from there. But my father's hand, Zaris, he was really the one that was kind of pushing for all of this. He was a weird dude, and he was just so hell-bent on getting these things.
we have not met Zaris, right?
You have not, no.
Okay.
You haven't even met Lord Orthgard. The closest you got was
we've
when
heard
you
saw
kind of
him,
saw
right?
him.
Yeah. We stole his ship, and he talked to us through the intercom to all the other ships.
Exactly. Had a very big
yeah.
like doom and gloom speech.
Or rather, yeah, he like invaded our minds, if I recall correctly.
Didn't we see
Yeah.
him piloting the ship?
You could see him like as a speck standing on I believe like a balcony sticking out from the castle that lifted up into the sky. So yeah, not a good look.
He might be in the anime poster that is available for sale at society6.com/thebrothers.
Nice plug. Nice.
I looked over to my right at it to see if I could see a speck standing up there because I have it hanging in
That'd be a
this
nice
room.
little Easter egg.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he's actually there, but
I would say I'm looking at mine behind me too. My poster's a little bigger than yours.
You drew it. You should.
I was
know
like,
if it's
yeah.
yeah, you drew it. You don't need to look at it. Did you put a speck there or not, Eric?
I did like a wipe my memory afterwards. What's that movie with Ben Affleck?
Men in
where
Black?
No.
You really did
shoot.
wipe your memory.
Total Recall?
No, there's a movie with Ben Affleck where he'll like do a job
Ben
and then he
Affleck.
gets his paycheck.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's called Paycheck.
That movie
paychecked
got
myself.
terrible reviews, but it's one of the ones I love so much.
Yeah. There's a lot of terrible movies that I love, including
Yeah,
Sahara.
it's in that category. Mm-hmm. It's such a good movie, though. Affleck kills
They're
it.
enjoyable.
That's Ben Affleck? Interesting.
Yeah,
It
it's
is,
totally
surprisingly.
Affleck.
Affleck.
Total Affleck.
Batfleck?
Yeah,
Not a bad flick, just a baffleck.
yeah. The critics say it's a bad flick, but yeah, just a bad flick.
But yeah, to answer your question, yes, you've seen Lord Hearthguard and not Zaris.
To answer your question, yes, you've seen Paycheck.
Yeah.
You just wiped your memory and don't remember it.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did we care about that? What was the question?
We gotta
You're just asking him about stuff.
infiltrate that flying dungeon.
Oh, yeah. It was. Is that the castle? I guess we've been to the castle. Is that the castle that's now flying through the air?
The flying castle was actually one that took off from Vanguard. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't like move it around from place to place. It's not the same one.
No, the flying castle is a different castle than the one you were in.
But he probably moved it. Well, I don't know.
There's no way he keeps those talismans anywhere but where he is.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I
they're
wouldn't
probably
think so.
probably in his pocket.
It's on the bottom of his sock drawer.
Where they'll never find them.
Yes. Now let me log into my computer with my password.
What else can you tell us about this Zaris character?
He is an interesting guy. He came to my father's place shortly after they discovered the first talisman. They came across it accidentally when there was a war and it was sort of recovered from the rubble. And this Zaris guy kind of appeared shortly thereafter. And he said that he had information that could help my father. And so my father made him his right-hand man. And then shortly thereafter, they were able to locate that second one. And he's kind of been a force in helping my father kind of go out and, I don't know, scare people and make people want to give up information to help this cause of finding those talus things.
Sounds like a real Dick Cheney.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, so Perry says, so you guys already found 3 talisman, though? That's crazy.
Yeah, we're pretty great.
Yeah, don't tell your dad.
Oh, mum's the word. I mean, I don't think you guys would let me out of here alive.
Don't tell your mom either.
Oh, my mother is sadly passed away.
Oh, you really are one of us.
Wow, thank you.
I told you this is Eric's character.
Out of every character I've played, this is probably the one I would least like to have be represented as my character.
Oh, we keep pushing in that direction. So.
Yeah. Awesome. As a DM, I cannot willingly allow my NPC to travel with you guys like that.
Yeah, it's like,
It's just bad DMing.
and then Perry dropped dead. The end.
Almost as if God didn't want to play him anymore.
That's why people die in freak accidents. Yeah. It's like, this player is boring.
Yeah, I want to create a new one.
I don't want to play him anymore.
That's hilarious.
That's the
God's a
religion
real
I want to
child.
subscribe to. Yeah. It's the simulation theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are all just NPCs.
Boring. Dead.
Man, am I that interesting? I'm surprised I haven't dropped it.
You've lived to the ripe age of 29.
Well, Sage, do you have any, I guess, questions for Perry that would be pertinent to this?
Pass the buck to the DM.
Yeah.
DM, talk amongst yourself.
Ask some questions.
I'm looking for some DM on DM action here.
I could just hold a dialogue with myself for the next 5 minutes.
I feel like there's more that we should be asking. I just can't think of what it is.
Yeah, he's like,
I don't know.
no, if this Zara's character sounds very interesting. I'm glad that we were able to pull that out of him. We should send some of our spies around to investigate this further.
Are we the spies?
It's like, no, we still have the special task for you guys to stay on the next talisman.
Go to the library.
Oh, yeah. Forgot we have a fun-filled trip to the library planned.
Yeah, are we, Sage, do you have any reason to go to Toth? Or should we just head that way ourselves? We need to go there to figure out some information about this whole plane of air thing.
Yeah, so I need to stay here with the Valkyrie. I need to make sure that I'm here to command the other forces and make sure our other missions are moving smoothly. But I fully trust you guys to go and tackle this fourth talisman. You've succeeded up to this point.
All right,
Cool.
well,
So we should go.
Yeah, I think you guys should get going. And
right.
Percy comes up to you guys like, yeah, you guys just have a good time. You guys should say hello to Nabu for me. She was a good friend of mine back at the library when I used to frequent and live in Toth. So that would be just say hi.
will do.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, she's one of the monks at the library.
Awesome. And take good care of Perry here. He seems like a nice guy.
Oh, I will. I think we're a lot alike, like one letter different.
Is there any more of that ointment?
Yeah, there's a little bit of the ointment left.
Can I have it?
Yeah, I don't know why not. He's already stable, so.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, what does it do to an already temporally stable person?
Makes you financially stable.
That'd be nice.
Well, yeah, you guys are ready to go. Percy and Sage, like, salute you, and then they go back to talking to Perry.
All right, to the Ravens?
Yes. To Toth.
Yeah. You got your book there, Orc?
I do.
Dope.
There you go.
And we got our other real book too, I assume?
Real book. What's that supposed to mean?
Yep, you got the real book.
Okay.
All right, so you guys make it up to the deck of the Valkyrie, and you grab your ravens and run down the runway and off into the sky. And it is night currently as you're lifting off, and you start to take flight, and you see there's a bunch of lava flows beneath you as you fly out of the mountains around Doomdumdorth. And you guys are in the air for quite a while, and the weather's kind of rough. It's a bit rainy and cloudy as you're going. And eventually you have dawn break, and you start to get into an area where the clouds part, and you are now flying over a desert. And the sun's really starting to heat up, too. You can feel it really searing on the backs of your necks there. And the desert keeps going, and you start seeing some rolling sand dunes and other things. But then you eventually see palm trees in the distance, and you can also see the ocean spreading across to the south in front of you. And you're getting closer, and you're beginning to see the city of Toth as well. And it looks like a pretty large city, maybe the size of Vanguard or even a little bit larger. And the buildings are made of sandstone, and they're spread out and pretty sprawling. And in the middle, you see a giant citadel that is also sandstone that has some interesting spires poking up at its four corners. And make a perception check.
Rolling.
1.
15.
10.
Okay. So, Puff, you're looking around and you're seeing little puffs of smoke
A little
rising
puff?
up.
Little puffs everywhere.
Yeah.
This must be where I'm
Guys, you
from.
won't believe what I see.
It's like you got hit in the head and there's little
Yeah.
puffs like flying around your head called
Little
cartoon
puffs
style.
everywhere.
But you see little areas of smoke rising from the city that almost look like smoke from fires. And they're not coming from chimneys, they're coming from parts of the street. And you also see to the west of the city, there appears to be a small tent encampment in the sand near a forest of palm trees.
Hey guys, it looks like there's a small camp near us. Maybe we can touch down at.
I like to camp.
Is there any, I guess so.
Yeah, we can go see if there's
does that
any.
look like? Is it a library camp?
Well, it looks like there's a bunch of nerds down there.
It's book camp.
I see glasses as far as the eye can see. But yeah, we can go. I mean, that's the only thing I can see. That's the only information I was fed. So
Wait, by your eyes?
yeah, by my eyes, by my ocular senses.
All right. Sure. I can't see a thing, so let's go.
So you start bringing the ravens down, and you're getting closer to this encampment, and you're seeing rows and rows of identical tents that are set up, and there's red banners flying above them, and you see a lot of people like milling about between the tents.
Are they holding books?
You do not see any books.
It's not a library camp.
Yeah, this almost looks more like a warring.
Like a military camp.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe they're preparing to like siege the city.
Yeah. That's very different than a library camp.
Do we recognize the flag at all, like the symbol on it or anything?
Roll a history check.
13.
16.
16.
Yeah, so Yenri and Puff, you recognize the banners as the same ones that were flying behind Perry at Orthgard's castle 20 years ago.
Oh, you see this, Yenri?
Yeah.
I think maybe we should turn back.
Well, not turn back, but maybe keep going forward. Like
Did you
to
forget your
Toth.
keys?
I don't think we should land at Camp Library because it's actually Orthgard's army.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Orc has failed at both of these. He's just happy to be here.
It's like, look, Camp Library is like, cool, that's great. Or like, it's not a library camp, it's an Orthgard army. What?
Oh, how fun it must be to be you.
You guys got to do better. I'm just following you. You got to. That was close.
Yeah, no, I think we should head straight into the city then. This does not seem like safe landing territory for us.
All right.
All right, so you take your ravens. Where exactly would you want to land, like directionally in the city? Like which side?
Is there like a large, I don't know, like spire in the center? Is there like a main building in the city?
Yeah, there's a large like citadel-looking building and in the middle that does have spires.
And is this a walled city?
It is not. It has like minor fortifications, but like nothing extreme.
I say we go to the Citadel.
Just land on the citadel?
Do you think they'll perceive that as an act of war?
I don't know. They might not like it, but
I mean, the whole army's outside. I think we're good if we go in.
maybe we'll find Yoshi up there.
Nice.
If Puff were Yoshi.
I don't think we have all the stars yet.
Yeah, come back when you get all the talismans.
Find Yoshi on top of the citadel.
And Puff's just there. He's like, surprise!
Hop on.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we can land. Is there maybe like a courtyard to the citadel or like a something like that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
land in there, guys.
In front of the citadel, you can see some large pillars that are lined up that's creating a sort of. Let me think about this.
Thoroughfare.
Sure, a thoroughfare. Yes.
Is that a word that would apply here?
I don't know.
I think so.
It's just
Sounded right.
an ornate entryway that is leading up to this citadel or pathway.
A road or path forming a route between two places. Sure.
Yes, 100% a thoroughfare.
Let's land on the thoroughfare.
All right, so you guys are coming into the city here, and you're like I said, you're seeing a lot of these areas where there's sort of smoke rising up. You can see open fires in the street, and you're coming towards this thoroughfare, and you see that there are a lot of blockades set up. So there are makeshift wooden structures and other things that are set up around the citadel, and a few of them are on fire, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of people in the streets or anything right now.
Uh-oh.
So we don't need to wave the white flag or anything.
Yeah, it seems like maybe Orthgar's army has already gotten to a lot of the city. I was thinking that they were just outside waiting to siege, but they might be mid-siege.
Like they're resting post
Or
siege.
post-siege, yeah.
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 I guess we'll see how much of this library is left. I guess maybe they got the same intel. No, they couldn't have had the same intel.
I don't know. Why? Why not?
Because we learned it from Zana's dream memory through
That's
Sage.
right. Yeah.
Don't
That's
you
the only
think
reason
it could have been like a legend that... I mean, I guess you'd think our guys would have known about it too.
Yeah, unless there's a mole.
Maybe they found Mr. Talus or whoever.
Yeah. He's supposed to be in the plane of air. And we're coming here to learn how to get to the plane of air.
You remember a lot of things.
I edit the episodes, so I have to hear them a lot.
That makes sense. Holy shit. Every time that you bring up information from past episodes, I'm like, how does he remember this?
It's almost like you've heard it multiple times. I've literally never thought of that as well. That is amazing. Because I'm always
Dylan,
impressed
you've
as
been
well.
blowing my mind for like 51 episodes. You'll bring up stuff and I'm just like, how the fuck does he remember all of this?
I have to build the previously ins, like the recap, so I have to curate the plot leading into each episode.
This just blew my mind.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I actually love that because like I'm creating the general story and then you have to listen to it and you're kind of like keeping it going from the rear. You're like the caboose of the story train.
And so Chris and I are just in the middle, just like hanging out in the boxcar.
Yeah, you're just at the
like,
dining cart or the observation car.
We're just like hitchhiking on the
You're the hobos in the middle.
hobos in the storage car.
like, man, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Where's this train going?
Don't care, man, as long as it's away from where I just was.
Oh my god. All right. So yeah, you guys you're coming into this thoroughfare and you come and you touch down and you look around and you see a lot of buildings around them. A lot of them are very ornate with accents of blue and white, and they're pretty tall. Some of them look like more important buildings than just normal houses, maybe political buildings, things of that nature. But like I said, you don't see anyone, but as you land here, you feel a strange pressure almost against your bodies coming from the direction of the citadel.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Like a sad feeling.
Yes, pressure to be better than what you are. No, just like physical pressure.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh. Oh, you feel that?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't like it.
Feel heavy. I feel like heavy.
All right.
Waiting with bated breath. Yeah, this is like
Have
that
we
part.
felt this before?
Are you asking me or the DM?
You.
Well, thinking maybe it was like Orthgard's like presence, but
Yeah,
that was
like,
more of
mental
like that was
pressure.
more of like an emotional pressure. You know,
Yeah.
like a blanket of sadness.
Yeah, this is more like a feeling of like physical force.
Should we try
Yeah.
to get closer? I'm
guess.
gonna run. I'm gonna run towards it.
All right, you do that. So you start running and you're feeling a little bit of resistance. And then all of a sudden you feel like you hit a wall and you feel a shock against your body, almost like you run into like a bug zapper. And you are thrown backwards. And you take 4 points of damage.
Oh shit! Oh. All right. Well, there's some kind of force field around it.
And as that happens, you hear footsteps from behind you running at you.
Don't worry, Ark, it's just me.
Don't do it, Puff. Did you see what just happened?
My turn.
Let me peer review this.
I don't believe you.
I see your hypothesis, and I raise you.
Gotta try everything twice.
I turn around.
All right. As you turn around, you see a group of 5 figures running at you, and they're wearing sort of makeshift armor and carrying makeshift weapons as well, like sticks. One of them has a sword that looks a little beaten up, and they come and reach you and they say, "Halt! Who are you?"
Just visiting. We're looking for a library.
Like, likely story. You're from the encampment outside, aren't you?
No,
Oh,
definitely
no,
not
no.
that.
No.
Nope.
And one comes closer with a sword, and he looks a little bit shaky as he's doing. He's like, "Prove it." It's like, "You guys have been in and out of here for the last 2 weeks. You're not going to make us give up."
How can we prove it? No, we haven't been here. This is
Oh,
our first
man.
time here.
I brought a book.
And
Me
the
too.
guy lowers his sword a little bit, and he's like, "You don't know what's happening here, do you?"
Nope. I mean, we saw Orthgard's army camped outside on our way in, so I assume that has something to do with it.
And roll a persuasion check to see if these guys believe that you're innocent.
My God, I have +8 to persuasion now.
Wow.
No.
I rolled a
20.
23.
Well, that's definitely enough. So this small militia looks at you and they lower their weapons. And the one who's been talking approaches you and he says, "It's not safe here. It's like no one should be coming to the city right now. It's like we've been under siege for 2 weeks from Lord Orthgard's army. They've shut down the citadel, the library. It's like you need to come with us. We got to get out of the streets."
Okay.
Roll a persuasion check.
It's like I don't know what to tell you. I'm just telling you it's unsafe.
All right, fine.
We got
Got it.
food.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
I guess this isn't just gonna be a trip to the library, guys.
What? There's more?